My name is Rashid, a student of Uganda Matters, offering Bachelor of Science in Agriculture in year 4, finalist. Welcome to Jenny Farm. This farm is located in Tagwenda District, Tagwenda Town Council, just close to the main road, half a kilometer from the main road. We are going to discuss the element of agroforestry incorporated, how agroforestry incorporation in the farming system has helped farmers address the challenge that are associated with climate change and enhancing food security. Like I've told you before, Jenny Farm is the farm that deals in production of both wood trees and the other species. Then coffee production, we have goat production, we have beekeeping. All these are on the same farm. You basically have to understand what agroforestry is. Agroforestry is the planting of crops together with the trees, or a combination of three. Planting of crops with the trees and rearing of animals. This farm does everything because it has all the three components. And we have the component of livestock. The component of livestock has goat keeping majorly as the main kind of production that is being practiced here. We shall be looking section per section and explaining the importance of incorporating trees with crops or together with the animals. Yeah, here we are. This is a section of part of what we are going to look at. We are looking at, I think in the background, you can see eucalyptus. This is some of the tree species that this farm has. And remember, we are looking at how agroforestry has helped in the climate modification and enhancement of food security. Let's look at how agroforestry helps in the climate modification. One, agroforestry helps in water conservation. The planting of different species of trees, or the planting of trees, gives a cover. Water is actually the tree, the plant, the roots give a strong catchment of water. Trees play a very important role in the conservation of water. Another thing, trees hold water in their leaves. You'll still find some drizzles under the tree, whereas a bare place cannot have such kind of environment. So that means trees hold water, tree leaves hold water in their leaves. When trees are planted, they protect the soil. Protect the soil from erosion agents, protect the soil from being damaged by other components that may be in the environment. So trees are very important in the protection of the soil. Another thing we can look at is contributes to biodiversity. They provide shade and help the surrounding area, and helps to cool the surrounding area. If you really can move around when in a scorching sunshine, you go to a bare place that has no tree and go to a tree that has shade, you find this place very cool. This means that the trees try to regulate temperatures. So it is a very important aspect that helps in the modification of climate. Trees also help to remove carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which helps to mitigate climate change by reducing greenhouse gas emissions. You know that when we have a lot of emissions in the atmosphere, we definitely have to experience what we call global warming, which has become a song. Everywhere you hear global warming. This means that the temperatures have increased above the normal of what they are supposed to naturally be. Oh, welcome to this part, which I think is the most interesting part. It is very interesting that it brings out all that we have been discussing about how agroforestry helps on enhancing food security. When you look around, this is banana. There are different species of banana here. Here are carrots. This is classified into vegetables. We have spinach. We have spinach species here, which is amaranthus. We have cassava. You can look at the cassava. We have a banana species which is locally known as gonja. For those who move along the roads, that's what people always roast. I will call it gonja. Those who have actually ever crossed the Ruera, when you reach Lukaya, you will see so many people come up with their gonja on baskets for sale. You can look at the maize in the background. You can look at mangoes. We have a mango tree, not one. We have avocado. We have apples here. So this brings out the real picture of agroforestry in enhancement of food security. When you look at these all food crops that we have mentioned here, you can look at the picture that each of these at some extent benefits from the other. Not forgetting, we have caliandra also, which is used as an animal feed that is all integrated in this same piece of land. So agroforestry promotes production of a wide range of crops and sometimes animals, depending on how the farmer desires to have it. And this leads to maximum production of different food varieties that will promote food security. For example, if you have a variety of all these that we have mentioned, how will your home be hunger stricken? This is not possible. You'll definitely have to mitigate. You will have mitigated food insecurity in your home. Then agroforestry also helps in the production of local medicine. All these varieties of seeds have a medicinal component in them. For example, when you look at mango leaves are used in the treatment of cough locally. So people will come, get some leaves, boil them, and drink the water that comes from the juice that comes from the leaves of the mango, and they will get healed of their cough. Another thing is the carrots we have here. Carrots are medicinal. You know, we have vitamin A in carrots that helps, that gives carotene, which helps on the vision. When you go to a nutritional hospital, they will and you have an eye problem, they will tell you to include on the consumption of carrots. So carrots themselves are medicinal. So that's where agroforestry comes in. It helps to mitigate food insecurity by you having a different variety of crops on the same piece of land. Agroforestry trees species produce fruits that are edible for human consumption. We are looking at this very important crop called the apple. We have different varieties of apples, and one of these is this. We used to grow hearing that an apple a day keeps away a doctor. So this is because of the health benefits this apple may have. Apples are very nutritious, and the nutrition content helps in weight loss. When you take these apples at least every day, you'll have your weight regulated. You'll not gain weight. They have components that help in the suppression of cancer cells. When you eat apples every day, that means you have higher chances of reducing your cancer cells, if at all they are tending to develop. Yeah, thank you. Welcome to this section. We have been talking about agroforestry in food security, enhancing food security. And here we are. This is an avocado, a fresh avocado. Yeah. I think you know the health benefits of avocado. We have oils, we have fats, we have every nutrient that is here. They can be eaten locally. They are used in the cosmetic industry. All these are benefits. So agroforestry is very important. So thank you. This is one of the introduced trees that were planted here, and it's called the Jambula German. It's called the Jambula German Java plum. So this is one of the trees that this farm has planted. Okay, thank you. We talked about the different tree species on this farm, and one of the tree species, the indigenous tree species that we have here at the farm, is the Rugando Acacia coffee. This is liked so much by goats, and any farm that would want to do well with goats, especially those on free range, would really have this tree because it is very good. It is called Mutebeya, the local language. Then Albizia, it's Albizia vascola. It's called Albizia vascola. I think everyone knows this. He has also preserved it very well on his farm. So this is very good here. We have mentioned earlier the two species that were planted, and we have two species that have grown for themselves. They have been here for quite a long time. He has preserved them. Other people would have used them for charcoal burning, especially this three species that we have come to look at, the Murama. We are talking about the provisioning service. It's one of the services that we get from the ecosystem. Timber, we are talking about timber, that we get timber from these natural resources that are in the ecosystem. Another service, the ecosystem service, is the regulating service. In regulating service, these are services that we get from the ecosystem, a healthy ecosystem that helps to regulate certain things. For example, we have pollination. Pollination, this is basically done by bees that are in the ecosystem, and to pollinate different flowers, to pollinate different plants. It's a very important service that is given to us by the ecosystem. We have another service that we get from another regulatory service that we get, which is decomposition. We have micro-living organisms within the soil that helps to break down the certain components in order to reduce on their toxicity, in order to make them suitable to give a service, the decomposition service, which is largely done by the microbes in the soil. Then we have water purification. From the beginning we said Jenny Farm has a combination of actually four things: the different tree species, that's the wood, the natural, and the introduced tree species. We looked at them. Then we looked at apiary. There's a component of apiary, and these are the beehives. You can look at them. These are all beehives, as you can look. So it is agroforestry, the integration of trees and crops. It's unfortunate that we could not be with her today here because she has traveled but we have been with his manager who takes care of this farm, taking us through all the components like we have looked at them, and we look forward to coming back here again, maybe share with her more, maybe discuss with her more, maybe talk about the areas we think that we can add in some input and improve. Otherwise, we thank the manager for giving us permission to be here for all this time we have been here, and for taking care of us. Thank you so much.